Hey, this is Alex here at Vorderman Volkswagen. We're going to show you a little video on how to replace key batteries in every Volkswagen key that we could find and or think of. The most common batteries you're going to find at Walgreens, CVS, any of the hardware stores, stuff like that, but the most common one for Volkswagen that they use is the 2032. We'd be happy to help you guys install them here at the dealership, but if we're not in a convenient location, you can go to any of those locations and pick them up. Every single one of these keys you can replace with just your standard flathead screwdriver. The smaller the better, but figured make it easy for you guys. On the oldest one, it does still have a battery on it. There is a little flashlight on these. And if you can see right in there, there's a little indentation. Just put your flathead in there, twist it, pops apart, and there's your key battery. It'll tell you when you take it out which battery that is, whether it's the 2032 or any of those. Next is going to be the most common for like the Mark IVs, which is like late 90s to mid 2000s, 2005 I think, maybe around there was the last year for them. You're going to flip that key blade open with the button. Next up, it is two pieces. We call this the two-piece key. Once that key is open, there's a little indentation right here. Put your flathead in there and just twist. That'll separate this key into two pieces, and the battery is in this piece without the blade. Next step is going to be easiest, just using your thumbs and just pry it apart. There's your key battery, 2032 in there. This one you're going to find on 2006 to 2010 Passats, as well as all the CC models. It is one of the more complicated ones, so I'll try and do this slow, but we've got a little button here on the side. There's your buttons right here on the side at the top. A little button you're going to want to push in. You can use a flathead, but your fingers are fine. You'll pull the key blade out. This one, of course, is broken. We have a little paper clip in there. But when you're holding it upright, you're going to push this to the side. You'll know which way it goes just by pushing either way, but this one, in this case, it goes this way. Once you've got that apart, take your flathead, and you're going to go right here and pry it open on one side and on the other. Just a little twist. It's going to pop that open again. There you go. Again, another CR 2032, very common battery you're going to find in most grocery stores, hardware stores, that kind of thing. The Routan, all years of them. Same situation here, and flip it over on the back side. Take your flathead, pop it in there, and this cover, this is going to come off. It's probably the easiest one to do the key battery in. Also 2032. This key, I believe it started in around 2011. Don't quote me on that. I think it's either 11 or 12. The difference from the Mark IVs that we talked about earlier, you can see blue and white versus black and silver. This is not a two-part key, even though it looks just like this. It is one key. It just is going to, when you have the key blade open, you're going to find the bottom half opposite of the Volkswagen emblem and just pry that bottom half off. Flathead is going to be hard to use unless you have a very large one where you can sit in there and twist. But that just pops off. Again, 2032. Find these on, this one specifically is off of a GTI, but it's most of the Golf family for around 2015, basically the Mark 7 body style. Again, open the key blade, stick your flathead in here, give it a twist, and this back half is going to pop off. There's your key. This one's a 2025 battery, a little bit different. The most current Volkswagen key is going to be found, this one specifically is in our shuttle vehicle, the Atlas. You're going to find it in 2019 in Jettas. Basically all the most current body style Jettas are going to have this kind of key. There's no button to flip open the key blade. There is still a key in here. You're going to slide this little guy off to the side, get that key out of there. Don't have to do that, but just for video's sake. To get their battery placed, you're going to take your flathead, stick that right here in this little crease. The smaller the flathead, the better. but this will still work. You're basically just going to push down into that little gap, and this will separate, and another 2032 battery. That is all the Volkswagen keys from the late 90s to now. So this video is about replacing these key batteries. If you see the link attached, there'll be another video with how to open and start your car if you have a dead key battery and you don't have anywhere to go to get a new one replaced.